This is a pretty crazy fact. I asked ChatGPT why women file divorce at such a higher rate than men, and it said unmet emotional needs, unequal household and emotional labor, more financial independence, and women tend to have higher expectations in a relationship.
In this country, 80% of divorces are initiated by women, but not all of them leave by choice. Some end up alone, some are the ones who walk away, and others are simply destroyed from the inside. Today we'll look at different stories. One woman on the verge of a breakdown, crying in her car as her 14-year marriage falls apart, and a radical feminist who says she hates divorce so much she'd rather become a widow. Absolute madness. Welcome to The Wall. Let's get started.
I am going to get so much hate for saying this, but I don't care. Someone has to say it. I know all of you married women that are miserable are thinking it, and you're afraid to speak it. No one talks about the brutal reality that the widow fantasy is real. Maybe you don't believe in divorce. You don't want to go through divorce. You don't want to put your family through that and your kids, but you do want the marriage to end. Don't lie to me and tell me you don't. You feel trapped. You cannot imagine going on another day like this. And so you play the widow fantasy over and over in your mind. And let's be honest, you would be a great widow. Because the truth is that divorce is messy and divorce is painful and there's just loose ends everywhere. But when someone dies, we can all understand that. We all know that we're all going to die. So we could just put a little bow on that. We could just wrap that life right up. And in a lot of ways, it's easier. It's easier. People will say that it would have been easier if he had died. Depending on what you're facing after the divorce and how nasty things can get, yes, sometimes someone dying is easier. It's an easier way out. And when you're in that much pain and when you are so lonely and so miserable, you're looking for ease. I don't blame you. I'm not saying you're going to kill the guy, but I understand the fantasy. And it doesn't mean you want something horrible and atrocious to happen to the man. You're just hoping he has the big one in the middle of the night. All I'm saying is the widow fantasy is alive and well. And if you're thinking it, there's nothing wrong with you. It's normal. And if you're saying it's not, you're lying.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
Did you all hear the insanity in that message? If you're that miserable, chances are that man is too. Why don't you take your own advice and leave first, so it's easier for him? Every day, these radical feminist women spread this kind of hateful message, because that is a message of hate. In most divorces, there's resentment on both sides. That's true. But there's a big difference between being angry in the moment and wishing death on your spouse. Even if he cheated on you, you can't go that far. That person probably gave you beautiful children, a life, experiences, and even if it all ended badly or you felt miserable, it's not always the other person's fault. A lot of the time, it comes from an emptiness inside the woman. You'll never see men spreading messages like that, because what these women really want is to take everything the man worked for, without going through a divorce where they might lose what they never earned. And the worst part isn't even that they want to take everything. It's that they just want to erase him from the map. The saddest thing is seeing the comments supporting that madness. Women saying, "That's exactly what I'm praying for. God protect men."
Our divorce rate was over 100%. Probably still is. Guys get divorced 2 and 3 times.
In the military?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. Do you want to be gone? You want your husband to be gone for 6 months at a time? Come home and gone 250 days out of a year? Not try to raise a kid like that. That sucks. It just does. Nobody wants that. But because they didn't grow up in it, they never got to see it. Like, oh, my husband's in the 82nd Airborne. You're really going to hate life now. Deployments increase. Now they're 9, 10, 12-month deployments, 14-month rotations. Like, people aren't designed to withstand that. At the end of the day, people forget that guy over there who's getting divorced a million miles away in Helmand Province. That's a normal guy. That's a normal guy with 2 little kids who has no Wi-Fi, who has no way to call back. And he's basically getting updates from his mother that she's filed for divorce and she's already sold the house and he can't do anything about it. Like, he still has to fight these people every single day. It's a lot for people to try to compartmentalize. I feel like a lot of people lose sight of that. Stress is stress, trauma is trauma. Everybody's going through something. Like, now you add them overseas, you add in distance. It only gets worse. Only gets worse. And nobody talks about it. Because it's happening to you. I don't want it to happen to me. I don't want my wife over there talking to your wife. So that's what a lot of it is. We start to separate, and then people feel alienated. They feel like they're alone. And it just, now that I'll say male mental health really starts to dive down the drain. Because you had that tribe mentality, you had that pack mentality where, we draw strength in numbers, and now all of a sudden, where did everybody go? They've all left. But, oh God, now I am on an island alone. It's a very scary place to be, especially when you've done nothing but team sports your whole life, or in that profession, everything is done in a team. Very rarely you ever alone. Now you are. Oof, talk about a culture shock.
And at your lowest moment as well, like when you're really struggling.
And you think people would reach out. You think that, and now I do. I didn't when I was in.
It makes sense though, like when it comes down to your survival, but at the same time, it's just so cutthroat. Like it's just, so sharp. Yeah.
It is very cutthroat.
That's why I have so much respect for military men and veterans. Because what they put on the line isn't just their life. It's their family, their stability, their mind. Many come back with their bodies intact, but with their souls shattered. And the hardest part isn't the war. It's coming home and not finding what they left behind. I don't blame the women, but the reality is that very few homes can withstand such a long absence. 250 days away feels like an eternity. By the time they return, nothing is the same. She's changed. He's changed. The distance has changed everything. It's impossible to go through that and remain the same person. And even then, many of them keep going. They keep serving. They keep carrying a weight the world doesn't see. That's why I respect the wives who stay, who wait, who hold the home together without giving up. And I respect even more the men out there, giving their lives without any promise of reward. They represent something that's almost gone: honor, duty, and true sacrifice.
Okay, so I wanted to reply to a comment that a woman left on my page about me leaving my relationship after 10 years now. And she basically was just asking me, like, have I even dated outside of him? And I've already, he won't marry me because I've already given him everything. I just want to let y'all know, I hold myself 100% accountable. I did this to myself. I completely allowed someone to be in my space to use me for 10 years. Willingly at this point. So I 100% hold myself accountable. No, I've never really dated outside of him. I've had a relationship when I was as a teen, if that accounts for anything, but that doesn't matter. But it's just been us. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, I definitely, I hold myself accountable, and I think that's what this is just for. Like, I'm learning me. Like, it's only been 5 hours. I'm new to this. I'm new. Like, I'm not trying to date or anything right now. I got a lot of work to do. But yeah. I made me some homemade french fries. I'm watching Edward Scissorhands. Whoop-de-doo. A lot of players fuck up.
At least they admit it. A lot of women leave a good man and never take responsibility. The worst part is, they don't leave him for someone better. They leave him for someone who just uses them. The guy they're with now isn't going to marry them, and they know it. And still, they let him in. Instead of fixing their marriage, they destroy it. They don't put in the effort to repair it. They'd rather bring in a third person who ends up ruining everything. I just hope that man is in a better place today.
Women.
I didn't realize how lonely my marriage had become until a random Thursday night. I remember this moment. So we had spent lots of time apart. He was a long-haul airline pilot and was often gone for half the month or more. So I spent lots of time alone, and we spent lots of time apart. That was not new. But that moment of sheer and utter loneliness was on a random Tuesday night, Thursday night, and I was sitting in the living room, probably staring at my phone at the time. Maybe I was watching a movie, and he was in our bedroom, stuck to his iPad. I had made so many attempts and what psychologists call bids for connection. So did he want to watch a movie together? Did he want to play a game together? Did he want to, I don't know, sit and do crosswords, drink tea with me, anything? And the answer was always no. Did he want to go for a kayak? Did he want to go to the gym? Did he want to go do a yoga class? And the answer was always no. But you go ahead. And that random night, when I sat back and replayed all of those nights where I was rejected and told no, when I was desperate to try and connect and spend time with him, I realized that I was lonelier inside of a marriage than I was ever going to be on my own. And it was that moment that gave me some really great clarity about what my next steps needed to be. Has anybody else ever experienced that loneliness within a marriage, relationship? It's the worst.
I think that man already had someone else. The life of a pilot is complicated, but it's also one of the professions where cheating happens the most. You live on the road, far from home, surrounded by temptations, with free time in all the wrong places. And when you come back, all you want is silence. That woman was still trying to save what was left of the marriage. She wanted to share something, do things together, reconnect. But when a man has already disconnected emotionally, no therapy is going to bring him back. That house was no longer a home. It was a hotel where he slept, and she waited. As men, we don't like to admit it, but sometimes love fades. Not because there's no affection, but because distance becomes the norm. And when that happens, there's no turning back. The most honest thing at that point is to accept that the love is gone.
Okay, so when my husband left me, well, technically I left him because I found out that he was having an affair with a married woman that he works with. She also has 2 children, 2 young kids. And ever since I started finding out everything that he was doing, I mean, it was like one whole weekend where, like, Thursday through Sunday, where I found out each day new things. And every piece of evidence that I found, he tried to deny it until it got too much for him. And then also when I messaged the husband, I don't know. From what I know, from what I'm gathering, this affair started in December, but he won't actually tell me the whole truth. So I want to, I've learned a lot about this, like, anxious attachment and this, like, avoidant person. I don't know this person, and to be honest, this person would never be in my circle, or I would never, ever have them around me or anyone else that I love if I knew that they were capable of the things that he's done. I am an anxious attachment person. I want to fix problems when they arise because, I love them, and I've learned that he is the avoidant, because the minute that I found all of these, he just avoided it. He disregarded it. He ignored me about details. And then when it was just too much for him, he spiraled so much where I felt scared for him and his mental health. I was like, I don't even know what this man is capable of doing. And I was way nicer to him than I thought that I should have. And then he didn't come out of this spiral, and he just kept saying, I'm numb. I have no feelings. I don't know details. I was drinking too much. I was blah, blah, blah. It's been 2.5 months, and I am nowhere. I'm nowhere even closer to finding real information out. What real truth is. I have no idea how he feels about me. I have no idea how he feels about our 14 years of life. I was with him my whole adult, young adult life. I'm 37 now. We didn't want to have children before, but, like, what if I would have met someone who did want to have children? I'm 37 now, so that means that it could be late, or it may not be late. I just feel like I wasted so much time. So to the people who are avoidant personalities, and I know that you're probably not even going to watch this because that's what you do, please understand the damage that you do to the people who love you and care about you and who have been here for you in every single good and bad of your however long you've been with this person. Their sacrifices, the love for you. It may not have been a good time when it got really bad, but there's always ways of deciding to fix something, to fix a relationship. I can speak for my own relationship when I say that, like, we didn't have everything. We didn't do everything yet. There was things we could have done to fix the issues that we were having communication-wise. But he decided to jump ship with the first woman who ever gave him attention. So sad. It's so fucking sad. You cheaters are so fucking sad and desperate. Like, so insecure that you have to leech on to people who are give you any sort of attention when you actually likely, I mean, I know in my situation, my husband had someone who was sitting there begging to spend time together, to go on a vacation. I was literally asking him to go on a vacation. We were planning it when I found out everything. So the damage that has done with me, like, I've never been on medicine before, but now I'm on Prozac. Thank God for it. Thank God for it. It's fucking life changing. Prozac, Xanax, and I've been prescribed some sort of sleep medicine because I have nightmares and dreams all the time. So about.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I will never support cheating because cheating destroys a person psychologically. In my opinion, what happened with this man, who spent 14 years with this woman, is that at some point, he wanted to be a father. Yeah, because leaving a woman to be with a single mother is a clear sign he longed to have kids. A woman, once she reaches 30, should prioritize having children, even if it's just for herself. This woman is 37 and having a breakdown. The pain is driving her to medicate herself just to stay sane. Of course she's scared. 14 years with someone, only to end up alone at 37, without kids, without direction, and who knows when she'll heal or if she'll ever get another chance. The family train has already passed. Damn, brothers, this is pretty rough. You've got to have a bit of empathy, but let's keep going.
His affair, about our life together, about the future that we were planning and the plans that we had, and I have no explanation. I have no reasoning for anything still to this day because he avoids it. He's ignored me. He's every phone call, every text message. I was literally at the house, at the apartment, getting my things from our life together. And he didn't even look at me. He wouldn't even look at me in the eyes. He wouldn't say anything to me. I felt disposable. People like you, people like avoidant personalities, you should understand that you should never be able to have the capacity to treat someone like this, to affect someone like this. So we have to move on with our lives with no real explanation, no understanding as to what the hell, you just lost your shit and then left. He's lied to everyone, lied to his parents, saying he's not seeing this woman. When I already know that, like, the reason why he's still seeing this woman is literally because she's the only person that is telling him what he's doing is okay. Like, she's actually worse. She's actually a worse person because she just got married 3 months ago, 3 months basically before this all started, and she has 2 young children at home. Like, she's literally choosing to not hang out with her family and be around her family, watching them grow up because she's spending time with my husband, mine. So they're both the same. They're both terrible fucking people, right? They're literally telling each other it is okay. They have created this little safe zone of deceit and lying. And they're okay with spending that time together. And so if that's That's how it is. Fine, you can spend your time with this person, but this is not the person that I know. My person was so kind, and I actually feel like the person that I know is actually like tied up somewhere, and like he's yelling out for help because this is a crazy person who has taken over his body. It's literally insane. I feel like the person that I love and I know is just gone. He's dead. But he's actually walking around. You know, his body is walking around. So it's like a fucking mindfuck because you're just asking for explanations and answers as to what the hell happened. And I'm talking for the anxious attachment people. The people who are confused and they don't even know what the hell happened. We have to somehow move from this. And there are days that I'm angry and I feel violent. And then there's days that I feel so confident about my future without this person. But, and then there's days that I'm sad and I miss the person that I do know. Because I know that he was so good and he was so kind. So I really just hope that if you are the avoidant personality, the person who's just avoiding all things because it's hard, just know that like the damage that you're doing to someone else is probably harder than just sucking it up and being a man. Or I just hope that you stop treating people like this, that you think that you can decide how someone else will handle the rest of their life, because you have changed them. You have changed them. So because it's not fair. It's not fair that we have to go through this heartache. It's been 2.5 months and I literally don't feel like I've gotten anywhere. Some days of course I do, but some days really suck. Some moments really, really suck. I feel unloved. And I know that's not true because I have a really amazing village, but when you know that the one person who is supposed to hold you at the highest is treating you like trash, I don't wish this upon anyone. I don't wish this feeling on anyone.
But it's clear that man was looking for a family. He left with a single mother because he needed to feel something his relationship no longer gave him, the desire to be a father. That's why I say women should prioritize having children, because when time passes and the clock runs out, if she had a child, she wouldn't be in this state, on the edge of a breakdown. What I'd tell her is to let her feelings come out, to stop taking antidepressants, to really feel that pain, because it will eventually pass. A lot of men go through the same thing. Her situation is sad, but that man doesn't love her anymore. She still loves her husband, and if he came back, she'd probably forgive him, but he doesn't want her. That's just the truth. Me, like I always say, I'll never support a cheater, because infidelity destroys the people who trusted you with their love. I'll always be in favor of leaving someone the right way without destroying them. But what do you think about this woman's situation? We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the lives of the military men in this country? Why do you think this man cheated after 14 years? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.